What's the nastiest thing you've seen happen?
There was this one girl, it was an anal party. There was this one girl who was being filmed. She was stood over the top of a client. Anyway, she shit herself on him.
You're through to option 1. Option 1 podcast.
Hello and welcome back to the Option 1 podcast. I'm Oliver.
And I'm Rhian, and today we have got the amazing Loula Lou. So, some people will know you from Babestation.
Yep.
You're an entrepreneur, which we'll go into a bit more.
Yeah.
And you're a porn star.
Yes.
And she's just come from a shift, may I add?
Yeah, I was shooting.
She's looking all flushed over here. She said good morning.
Straight hair now because it got all messy.
So she's back in the game because you had some time out recently, didn't you?
Yeah. So, I split up with my partner. So, back into it now because I thought I'm just going to get back into things, have a really good time. And, you know, I love my job. I loved it. And I've really missed not doing the proper...
Proper shagging. Proper shagging.
Sorry,
if you're not watching, she's rocking in her chair
That's
currently.
what I was going to say, yeah. If you're on
That's not how I perform, by the way. I
thought it was a good move. That's
Looks
good.
all right to me.
Double clenched fists and just like back
just
and
going
forth.
for it.
So you started. Let's go back to the beginning. How did you get into the industry?
So, how did I get into it originally? So I used to do like commercial modelling and stuff like that. And someone put me into I did the shoot for someone, and they were like, "You would be so good at webcamming." So I did the webcamming, and then it progressed on to escorting, like you do.
Yeah.
And I kept getting asked to shoot, to film. And I sat on it for ages, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know what to do."
On what?
Sorry.
Nothing.
Sorry. So then I was stripping. I was stripping at For Your Eyes Only in Bournemouth, and some of the girls there did that femdom stuff.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, you should get into it on Twitter. But to be honest, I was crap. I hated it. Have you heard of it? You're like,
No, what is that? I know what Twitter is, but
Like
what?
financial domination?
Yeah. So they did that, and I just couldn't get to grips with it. But I then put this tweet out there saying, I've been asked to shoot. Do you think I should get into it? And a couple of people jumped on the tweet.
Yeah.
So I ended up shooting with Devon Breeze and Lacey Starr, and that's how I sort of got into it, because it turned out that actually I was quite good at it.
What's this porn?
Yeah.
You just went straight,
literally went
just
into
turned
it,
up to your first film.
found out what I needed to do, because obviously you have to have certs, don't you? Proper certificate.
I don't know.
So to shoot, you have to have, your STI test.
Oh, so they make sure you.
Use like an app. Do you have an
That's
app? And you
good.
just flash your app and be like, look, I'm clean.
Like your COVID passport.
It's a colour code. Red's bad. Green is good. She's good to go.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
You didn't know that?
No.
No, so every 28 days you have to have your tests done.
Yeah.
But it comes out on it's an email. Well, we used to print them out back in the day.
That's old school.
We
You
used
print
to-
your boarding pass out.
You would. You'd have a folder with your certs, like that.
Yeah.
And you'd turn them over. So now you have to have an extra one as well. You have to have, there's much more than there used to be. Anyway, so I found out what I needed to do, then went and did a couple of shoots. Then I got a paid shoot as well. And it just turned out I was good at it. But it was such a whirlwind. And I got nominated for back then it was UCAP award. I was doing quite a few famous ones. I don't know if you can say it, but
if you feel
Fake
comfortable,
Taxi,
say it.
Pascal Subsearch, all of the really good ones. Fake Driving School.
Is that
I've heard of
where you
Pascal.
shag in the back?
In the taxi, yeah. Yeah, so I did all of that, and I got thrown into it. It's such a whirlwind, and it was a wild era.
And you love it. And you're called the Wildcat.
The Wildcat,
Is
yeah.
that because you are so wild?
Yeah, because I am. And I walk into a room and then
That's
I'm there. There's no
the
other
way
way
to be,
of,
though.
I think so.
I think
it makes
so.
you interesting.
I feel like as soon as you've walked in, the whole atmosphere's just shifted up.
Oh, thanks.
With who called you the Wildcat? Is it a name you have yourself, or did
No.
it just?
So it was through shooting, but primarily it was through Lacey Starr and her team, because I went on holiday.
So who
with
is
them.
Lacey Starr?
She's a porn star, porn star in the industry.
Oh, okay.
She's like a gilf.
Oh, okay.
She's great. She's one of my favourite people
Is
to
she?
shoot with. Yeah, she's
Got
great.
lots to Google after this.
She kind of took me under her wing initially. That's how I would say I got a big break through, her.
Yeah.
It was great though. Some of the scenes we used to do were hilarious. We did one called, I don't know if I can say
You can
it.
say
say
whatever you
whatever
want.
you
It was
like.
called The Motherfucker, and she was like my stepmom.
Right.
But I had a girlfriend, and then there was, it's really good fun. But she used to do a lot of stuff for TVX as well.
Oh,
I did TVX as well, like to add to
God,
it.
you've done loads.
Yeah, I did quite. Yeah, back in the day. I know it's weird, and I took a break.
How many
didn't
people do you think you've slept with?
God knows, because I do sex parties too. That's another
That's
whole
a whole
section.
separate
Yeah, I do
section.
sex
Do you think
parties
like over
too.
1,000?
Yeah.
That's mental.
You can't help that. It sounds stupid, but like I've always been really high sex driven anyway.
Yeah.
So when I was married, believe it or not, I got married really young. I was married, back in the day. And when I was married, even then, I was like shagging all the time. Like I just couldn't get enough. So to me, I'm a little bit like, people have this thing about numbers and how many you've slept with and stuff. But
I don't think it matters.
I don't think it does, because
No, not at
what's
all.
the difference between sleeping with one person 1,000 times or sleeping with
1,000 people.
other
one
people
time.
once? It's the same.
I just wondered if you
sex.
kept like a tally.
I couldn't.
Because I've kept a tally of mine.
Have you? You got like a little book.
I've got a little book, yeah.
A book, like a back. Do you rate them out of 10 as well? Just like,
Maybe.
Do you really?
I think we.
I mean, I don't have that many.
I think you should do an episode on that.
I know.
Yeah, how big's the book? That's the first one. Is it like a A5 notepad?
Well,
or
I just like to, like, when I'm older, I'll just be like, oh, God, do you remember him?
reminisce? Yeah, like.
Do you remember that one? No, I mean, because it's a job, it's obviously you do it as your performer name.
Yeah.
So it's really easy to separate the two.
Yeah.
It's work, you know?
Yeah.
So, but in my personal life, I've probably not slept with half as many.
Yeah.
Not even, God, 20, 30? I don't, in my personal life, it's totally different.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like separate, isn't it?
But your job.
Yeah.
Thousands.
Job, I'm like, yeah, I'll bend over, it's fine. And anything goes. Like, I think the only thing I don't do is sick. Oh no, I've done that before.
Well, you just lied to us.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
No joke.
Yeah.
Do you do poo stuff?
No.
Because some people don't.
That's the stuff I won't
We
do.
bring that up in every episode and we've still not found someone that will poo.
We ain't
No.
found a pooer.
We've not found a
I
pooer.
know one girl that's done it. And actually, no. Do you know? I know. So obviously, I do splat bukkake. I can say that, can't I? That
Yeah.
I run it, and my
Splat, is that what it's called?
yeah splat.
What's
splat,
is that?
Because
It splats out.
But is it,
I'm just doing the motion because it's a
Yeah, it's-
splat.
if-
You know.
what do you call it, like splat parties?
Yeah. Yes. Effectively, yeah. It's a splat party. So the guys pay like an entrance fee.
Splat parties.
Yeah, and
So
then
fun.
they pay an entrance fee, and then
Sorry, can I
it's
say how
filmed.
much is the entrance fee?
it differs.
What,
So-
what from what?
For example, like if it's when it's being filmed, it's like lower, so it's like 65, 75.
Right.
But if it's anal, because you know, why wouldn't you
That-
want
is
to
that
do anal
more?
as well? Yeah, anal's always more. It's about £20 to £30 more
So
because the girls are doing more
let's
work.
picture it.
Just-
Is the room like this? Well, I mean, obviously, like same size, say.
Yeah, I
And
would
then
say so. So we do it in
what-
different locations. So we've done it in clubs, we've done it in apartments, we've done it in rooms, like bedrooms. You know,
So the guy pays £65.
Yeah.
And what does he get from that? Like a free drink and a.
yeah,
Well, they're in a
water.
club.
He gets a water.
He gets
no,
a
I'm
water.
joking. No, so they come along. They get nibbles in the background. They get their condom supplied because it's not all unprotected.
Yeah.
If it's unprotected, they also have to bring a test. You know, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
That you know, they get to fuck the girls, which is the best bit.
So how many
obviously.
girls would be there?
2 to 3.
So for £65, you can have 2 to 3 girls plus nibbles.
Yeah, and
Sounds like a great deal.
That's what
tea, coffee, squash, Coke, lemonade. You know,
Yeah.
we like to. Yeah.
And how many men can come in?
So if it's at a club, you can have more people. Like I just looked at a new venue in London, which is going to be in August. It'll be that one. So that venue can hold about 20 guys, maybe 30. It's massive, that venue. But the ones that we do at the moment, they're smaller scale. So it means we can only have up to like a maximum of like 15 guys.
And just the 3 girls?
Yeah.
Bow,
What if
bow,
you-
bow,
Yeah.
bow.
What if you get someone? What's the refund policy like if they don't have a good
I
time?
don't do
I don't
refunds.
think
So with
anyone
my
will
own
ask for a
sex
refund.
parties, I'm like, once I've got your money, that's it. If you want to leave, no refunds, fuck off.
What does your own sex parties entail?
So I've got, this lustful lady. So that's how I started. So I did the porn and then I was doing sex parties as well. And I was like, do you know what? I'm going to do this. Like, because a lot of sex parties are run by men. I only knew one other person that ran, like, you know, sex parties.
Yeah.
So, and it's you need to feel safe, you know, like in the environment, you need to feel safe. And I think unless you're a party girl,
When
don't
you say party girl, do you
understand.
mean like orgies?
Yeah,
Because
so
I
it's
would
a
have classed
gangbang.
myself as a party girl back in the day.
I
but
thought
No,
party-
that's a party
yeah.
girl, like the drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
think. When you say party girl, I thought
No.
girls to look pretty and chat and mingle, but not.
These look pretty and go wild.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think originally it started off from like swinging parties.
Yeah.
And that's what I think happened. It developed into paid parties.
Like orgies.
Yeah,
threesomes
that's what
and
it's
whatnot.
like. It's a gangbang. Like,
Okay.
so I've gone on a diversion. So yeah, the
No, it's fine.
Lustful Ladies is
Yeah.
different. So it's not filmed for starters. We don't film those ones.
Okay.
And it's a little bit more expensive because it's not free for all, you know, like it's a bit more of a chilled vibe. The guys come along and they can like chat to the girls. There's opportunities to kind of have a one-to-one as well, you know,
Oh, yeah,
if they
nice.
want to. So yeah, there's 2 different types of parties.
What sort of venue would the Lustful Ladies?
Lustful Ladies is in like apartments and houses, and you know, hopefully I'm going to have a venue, like a set venue in Reading, but I also want it to be like a safe house for girls as well.
Yeah.
Because like escorting, there's a big problem. Like it's illegal to have 2 girls escorting together, but you can escort on your own. Yeah, I know, and it's awful.
Yeah, that's
but
weird.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think it goes into like brothel laws. You know, like.
Right.
But so
I mean, maybe if there was 4 or 5, but 2's like,
I know.
I'd say safety in numbers, mate.
that's how I
2's, but
see it.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
And the
want
guys
to do
getting
that
2
as
girls.
well. So as well as it being like a party house, I want to do it so a girl can escort in a room while there's like, you know, one of us doing, because I've got like a team under me as well. They're lovely, but I want to have one of us there at all times doing like admin, and then it's not illegal. So
Right.
that's what we have is like
Can't
a base.
I come to one and like do the admin and
Do
just
the
like
emails. Do the
We would
emails.
love
'Cause,
to have
I mean, my
you.
husband wouldn't allow me to partake, but I can sit there and like be sending emails.
Yeah, of
making sure everyone's
course.
safe.
You should.
Checking people's certificates.
Yep.
Clean.
Yeah.
In.
And do you know what? Sometimes it's nice. I think some guys that attend, people typically as well, they think that it's going to be like ugly, bald, older men, you know, and it's not. It's really not. It's a lot of them, I think, come for the social element as well, and they get to talk to and fuck pretty girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long do the parties usually last?
So they differ. Mine from 2 to 2.5 hours. With the splat bukkake ones, it can be longer.
I don't.
I know.
I don't know. If, the other one sounds nicer. The splat bukkake one seems like might be messy, but that I'm guessing that the Lustful Lady one is what? How much is that? Is like £100 a person?
So it differs. It differs from maybe £120 to £160, depending on how many girls you've got.
Yeah.
Right.
So I sometimes will do big parties with like 7 girls
Yeah.
on at once.
Sounds like you can get better conversation at that party than
Yeah.
the splat bukkake.
Do you know what? The best thing about the Lustful Ladies as well is I've developed like a community.
Yeah.
So the girls love it. They love seeing each other. You know, I take them on nights out as well, and it's just become so nice. And I think because the guys recognise that and the girls want to be there, that's why it works so well.
And this is why your
Well, it's girls
other,
just having fun, isn't it?
Yeah, and this is where your other nickname comes in, Mother. The mother or the mother?
The mother, like
Yeah.
a mother hen. I
feel-
can't help it. I just,
Well, you're looking after them all.
yeah. Do you know what? I think as well, party girls get a bit of a stigma because people are just assumed that it's going to be, you know, like dirty environment.
If
and
men were doing it, they wouldn't get a stigma.
exactly
it would be
that.
cool.
They don't, and it is different. And that's the thing. The thing that I hate the most is the stigma around it. And I will always fight for the girls, like
Yeah.
you know. And it's such a lovely little community. And you know what?
Do you
It's
have
all-
lots
it's-
of girls?
Yeah, so there's 42 or something now. There's
Wow.
loads.
All
And-
of different ages?
yeah, all of them different ages. Well, I don't have girls unless they're 21 or over.
No.
That's the personal thing. You know, you can be 18, but for me, you know, when I was 21, was I in the right frame of mind to?
Yeah, you've got to be
I
careful.
just,
haven't
I
you?
just,
Yeah.
I would worry. So I'd much
Yeah.
prefer. That's the whole mothering thing.
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I prefer to take the girls on from 21, just that I know that they've lived a little bit of a life, and
Yeah.
then they can make the decisions.
It's good
from
to have
there.
some guidelines, some rules set in place. And
Yeah.
have your, you know,
and
morals and
and
stuff.
it's different now to what it was back then. You know, it wasn't there was some quite horrible experiences that I went through.
Yeah.
To what it is now.
But it
But
kind
it's
of wasn't
because-
safeguarded back then, was it? It was
That's
just free
exactly
for
it.
all. Yeah.
It really was. And that's so now, like I do networking events as well. I've not even mentioned this. So I do run like adult industry networking events as well. So it means that they can come to that as well and get advice.
Yeah.
You know,
they feel
and-
a part of something instead of just.
Exactly that.
Yeah,
I
throw it
just-
in
Feel
there.
safe, yeah.
Yeah, and that I think this industry, firstly, we don't get enough credit for what we do, you know, and the secondly, is safer now to what it was. And I love that. I love that. It's...
Well, if you're enjoying yourself, you're not breaking
And if
any
you enjoy
laws.
yourself,
yeah,
even
exactly,
better.
even better. Do you have any older ladies?
Yes. So there's a girl called Ruby. She's in her 40s now. No, I think she... God, you know what? Who else? Eva. She works for you, Eva. She's in her 50s now.
Is she?
Yeah, she does it too. Yeah, so you do get a broad...
Do you have like
Lacey's
theme
doing
nights?
Lacey's doing mine as well, and she's in her 60s now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, some people, you never know. You need to cover all aspects, don't you? Because
Yeah,
everyone has
yeah.
different needs and or wants.
Exactly that. And do you know
Some
what?
people love the MILFs and gilfs.
Yeah. I always think that I hate it when people, leave negative comments on girls and guys, like things.
Yeah.
And it's horrible. And you just think, do you know what? There is someone out there for everybody. And just because this person doesn't fancy that person might be like, oh, they're the most stunning thing I've ever seen in my life. So I just think people need to remember, be kind, and also, yeah.
Yeah, some people rip people to shreds. It's
Yeah,
awful,
on
isn't it?
socials and
nice.
stuff, it isn't nice.
No.
It's horrible. There's just no point.
Can I ask where you advertise for sex parties? Is it all through word of mouth? Do you have a website?
So I've got a website, but also Twitter, that was the one originally.
Yeah.
Email, I've got like a mailing list, and I've got Telegram. I do Telegram
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I also, which is something that people didn't think about doing it, but I set up a community. So through the Lustful Ladies, we've got a Lustful Ladies party community. So the guys can, like join that, and then they can get little updates on like who's going to be working this week. They get little chats, through it.
Yeah.
So I'd say through WhatsApp, Telegram, email.
And do you have like a big
Yeah.
following as well?
So the community, I think, has got 300 in it at the moment.
Wow.
But I didn't
impressive,
start
isn't it?
it that long ago. It was only, do you remember, I don't know if anyone's told you about it, but X, it's always going to be Twitter.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's
It's
always
always a
Twitter.
little tweet
It's
there, isn't
always
it?
Twitter.
You've got to say X.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound right.
Doesn't
It doesn't
sound
cut,
I
like,
still say Twitter.
Oh, X, but
Yeah.
when you put twitter.com, it takes you to
Yeah.
X
Yeah.
anyway, but they were closing accounts down, like left, right and centre. And I had I think it was about 6,000 for the Lustful Ladies,
Yeah.
and they closed us down. We've had to start again, which is why I had to look at other avenues.
To protect it, you could still use like Telegram, WhatsApp and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And do you
Yeah.
vet the people? Do you see who comes on the list and then says, oh, and you'd be like,
So yes and no. I mean, usually it's by conversation and how they are. A lot of them I take deposits from. So we have regulars that obviously we know them. Like we don't need to vet them because
Yeah.
Yeah. You've seen them,
they're
you've met them,
regulars.
yeah.
But a lot of the time, if they're willing to pay a deposit or they're willing to pay in advance,
Yeah.
they're normally not dickheads.
Yeah.
Do you know
Have you
what
ever
I
had
mean?
to kick anyone out of a party?
Yes, and I also had a girl. I told her to go to police over one. Yeah, but I can't go into in detail.
You told her what, sorry?
Bit
I
too
told her to go to the
over-friendly.
police. Yeah. It was a lot. Will run a lot of party organisers. I think don't want the drama, but for me, I'm all about safety.
Yeah.
And
Gotta
if
be careful.
that
And your brand as well.
and your brand, yeah. And also, without my girls, I love my girls like that. Honestly, like it makes me a little bit emotional.
They're your family, right? Yeah.
They're my girls, and like without them, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Yeah.
I cannot, especially. I've got Cherry, Ruby, and Belle. That I've got like a little management team. They don't do loads, but I've always got one of them to help me.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you can tell,
Yeah.
but I
They're healthy
Yeah.
butts.
bit wild, get distracted sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's always good to have.
Always good to have on hand. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've always got these like crazy ideas as well, and they're always there to support me.
She might be a bit ADHD. You might be a bit like me,
I am ADHD.
Yeah, I think that's
Happens
nothing wrong with
everywhere
that.
all
I
the
think we all are.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to be, though. In
It's a
this industry.
superpower.
It is. I think it is. It is
I
a
think you
superpower.
need it. I think because also I think it works well with the parties because you can read a room.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you can read a room, and so if you sense that something's a little bit off, you can deal with it.
Yeah.
There and then.
So if you're in the part, so you obviously perform in the parties as well.
I don't.
Oh,
I
do you
don't-
don't anymore?
I used to, but
You're like an overseer. You're the manager.
I mean, if I want to join in, then I mean, I could now because I'm back to single
Yeah.
life. But
Yeah.
for me, if I'm joining in, I can't be there watching.
Well, I was just going to say
Watching.
that. How
The
do you
safety,
like
yeah.
have fun and then you're like
Eyes in the
eyes on
back of your
everything?
head, like kind of
so
thing.
I do have, as I said, like a team. I do. So there's also like I normally have someone there, like a guy there for security.
Yeah.
Just so that you've always got someone there to step in if they need to effectively. But yeah, for me, I loved the parties. I really did. And I used to do a lot of other people's parties too, but I needed to be a bit more exclusive to mine.
Yeah.
But if I'm in the party, I'll put another girl on hosting so that there's always someone
overseeing, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really important that.
So, like, what
You
kind
look
of
after
stuff would you do as like a host while everyone's like shagging?
Is everyone all right? Do you need a drink today with a host? Like, give them a bottle of water.
Wiping down surfaces.
Sometimes you have to put condoms on because.
What the hosts do.
Well, I do because I much
okay.
prefer that the condoms put on correctly.
Yeah.
So you're
This is another because
who's got one on?
no one thinks about it. But if you put a condom on and you put it on the wrong way and then flip it over,
Yeah.
well, it's useless.
Yeah.
But you don't think of that because you think of that mentality of I'm putting a condom, I want to fuck her.
Yeah.
Do you know
So
what
you've
I mean?
got a special like condom putting on technique that
I
stays
can do
on.
it with my mouth actually.
Oh, there we go.
Right, let's put it on the microphone.
People are like, how do you do that? I'm like, oh wow.
She's got experience.
Yeah. Lots of practice. No, I don't know. It's just one of them things. I watched someone do it once and was like,
I can do that. You quite competitive.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't help it. I try not to be, but yeah.
It's a fun way to be.
Yeah, and I also think, you know, it gives you a bit more drive.
Yeah,
you're getting things
you want to be the
done.
best.
Yeah,
and especially with the
definitely.
parties, you want to be the person that's got the best. Lustful ladies,
Yeah.
the best sex parties.
Do you know what? We've got a party organiser group, right, on WhatsApp where it's loads of different party organisers that come all together. And what I love is that we all work together. Everyone that's in that group, we work together. And it's not a case of who's better than the other.
Yeah.
It's a case of if we work together, we can make it a safer environment for the girls.
Yeah.
Because without the girls, I mean, it's just going to be a load of guys stood wanking,
Well,
not shagging.
are you still escorting now?
No.
No.
So I've stopped escorting. You know what? Before COVID, I used to love it. I literally loved it. But after COVID, it's got a lot to answer for. Time wasters.
With escorting,
So many
though,
time wasters.
with escorting, you don't always have to have it sexual, is it? Sometimes you just go to a party because someone
Yeah.
wants
Or
you.
like for dinner or...
yeah.
Do you know what? I used to have a sugar daddy that
Right.
he used to. Oh, I loved it. So obviously, I love women as much as I love men, right? And so I used to have this sugar daddy, and he would pay for me to do like a overnight with him, but he would then take me to strip clubs. I would have dances off all the girls, and that was what I was being paid to do.
He wouldn't have dances.
I don't know. I didn't care.
Oh, okay.
We
But
probably
you didn't
did.
like have to have sex with him or anything?
I didn't have to have sex with him. No, a lot of the time he couldn't get it up.
He just spoiled you.
So he just paid you.
It was great. I loved that.
Where is he now?
I don't know actually. COVID,
you
I
out
literally
there?
stopped
Bless
it.
you, yeah.
Where are you?
Where are you? She wants you back.
How much is a night for a sugar daddy to have to pay you for a night like that?
Yeah. So it's a flat rate, regardless of what you do.
Yeah.
It's a flat rate. So before COVID, I don't know what it would be now because obviously I don't do the.
Inflation. will be
Yeah.
Yeah,
more now.
exactly. But
Yeah.
I used to do. It was about £1,200, you know, for like an overnight.
And would you
And
be
it was
busy every
cash as well
night?
then as well. No, I do with him. I do once a month, and that was nice.
I mean, for £1,200, then you're just gonna have a load of fun and a load of women in the strip club.
And he'd be like, "Let's go for dinner." I'm like, okay.
Pay for that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I don't escort now just because there's so many time wasters and like
Right. They just don't show up, like no shows or.
no shows, and you know you hear so many horror stories now. This is why with the house, you know, looking at getting a house, having a girl's escort in one room, have admin girl in the other.
So there's always
Yeah.
people there.
There's
Yeah.
loads of stories that just horrify me now, and it wasn't like that before. You know,
Well,
like
I feel like it's with Tinder now. Like,
yes.
I feel like anything goes on
and
there.
AI,
Oh,
because
don't-
everyone's
I know,
AI
I
and they're like,
know,
oh my
don't.
god, look at you.
I keep wondering, like, I'm like, do I need to go back on Tinder now? And I'm like, oh no, don't do it. Like, oh,
You just don't know who you're going to meet, especially because AI's made it before. It was all
Yeah.
filters. Now it's AI.
yeah.
You don't know
I'm
who
glad
you're
I missed that generation.
Yeah.
I mean, I got married before Tinder even came
before
out.
dating apps.
But I couldn't
Yeah.
think of... I mean, I'm guessing everybody on Tinder is out for a shag. It's
I
not like...
don't know. Because I was on it before, but so originally I got banned from Tinder because apparently I was impersonating myself. Yeah,
God,
but
right.
now they've brought a thing where you can verify yourself, you know, like on there. But I don't know what it's like now. I don't think I want to do it. I don't
Oh,
think I
can
want to
you
do
be
the dating
bothered?
apps because when I was on dating apps before I was with the guy that I was with,
Yeah.
you would kind of get into a conversation, you know, like, oh yeah, I've done porn, or you'd get recognised, and then that's all they'd want to talk to you about. And it gives me the ick, you know.
Yeah.
I'm totally like.
And they think they're just going to get it from day one because that's what you do, and then it's like, oh, if you don't do it, it's false advertising.
Yeah.
But you want to chat.
Or
and
they
connect.
watch your videos and then they think that you'll have it, that you'll do it that particular way all the time, and you're like, no, it's not like that.
Yeah, there's more
you know,
to
like
it than that.
shooting's different, you know. So I mean, you can do more amateur stuff, which sells really well now. Apparently, like I haven't done a lot of amateur, just some, but. You know, shooting is totally different to your personal life anyway.
Yeah.
Like I never used to like kissing a lot of the time, you know, because that's really personal, and like you've got to keep something.
You don't see much kissing in porn, actually.
You don't.
No.
Because it's very much like a wham bam. Thank
They
you.
save it for their partner, don't they? They want to save some romance.
You like that? So romance.
For the partner, no kissing.
A pot noodle first.
Yeah. So you said about you got nominated for an award. What was the award for?
So I've had a few nominations actually. So that one back then was 2018. Oh, makes me feel so old. Like 2018, that was for Best Female Newcomer.
Okay.
And then I've had Sprat Bukaki. They were nominated for and won last year, the niche fetish site. They've been nominated again this year. And then my Lustful Ladies, we got nominated for the Glamour Awards last year.
Ooh.
It was amazing, you know, because we got into the top 4. And I set it up really in 2024. So to have that recognition for it within a year.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. Like we've been nominated again for the Alternative Awards this year, which is in Leicester. There's loads of us going. We've literally filled up like 2 tables. And
I think I'm going to the Glamour Awards this year.
Oh yeah.
yeah, we're
see you
going to do
there.
it. So you'll see me.
I'll see the tables.
But it's, well, the Alternative Awards is different to the Glamour Awards. Alternative Awards is Leicester, and Glamour, I think, where are they doing it this year? I can't remember. London
I
somewhere.
think it's
but
in London, yeah.
yeah, they changed it, didn't they? They were going to put it somewhere and change it. Anyway, so we've been nominated for Best Agency as the Lustful Ladies as well, which is nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah, even like being nominated is like a massive recognition in itself.
Good for your brand, definitely.
Really good for the brand.
Yeah,
But-
definitely.
do you know what? Sometimes it amazes me. You know, I just had this idea. I wanted to make it safer for the girls, and now we're just like a little family, like a little community. And getting the nominations just. I know
like
it doesn't pay
solidifies
your
it.
bills,
It
but
doesn't pay the bills, but it's recognition, isn't it?
yes,
That's what
it
you want.
is. It really is. You know, next year you never know. I might be nominated now that I'm back.
Yeah, there
She
you
will.
go.
Let's put it out there.
We're manifesting.
Manifest it.
What I want to know is, because you've done so much, what's like the weirdest request
It's like
that
being a
you've,
get around.
that you've had, like at parties, or maybe like when you've been stripping, like something that stayed in your mind, like a core memory of like something really weird, and you've gone, my God.
I did have a client that liked being walked around on like a dog collar.
Right.
And what I found really bizarre was he was like really high up in somewhere.
His
A
job,
lot
yeah.
of them are,
And
aren't
I
they?
find that really weird because, but it wasn't like walking around. He'd also like being fucked, you know, like just wearing it. And I found that a little bit like, and would make puppy noises and
Did he have like a face mask on?
no, just, that's what was
Just
even
crawling
weirder.
around?
Yeah.
It's like, ruff. It's like, sorry, that's like
quite good,
Was it you? No, just-
no,
I'd love to
okay.
know the psychology behind these
There's
things.
loads, you know what, I always get is items of clothing as well. Like, I remember I got sent, you know, oh, what's it? It's like see-through, you know, like clear, like material.
Like
but
sheer.
Like a slip.
No, it's not shit. It's like plastic.
Oh.
And it was
like
so,
a rain mac.
Yeah, yes.
Like PVC kind of.
It's not even PVC, is it? Because it's clear.
Like a pram cover.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
really bizarre.
oh,
Yeah.
like that, like,
so
yeah.
I got sent stuff to wear for that for a shoot once, which is really weird. I mean, all right, you get paid and everything, but I found that one really bizarre because I don't understand how it didn't look sexy. Well, I didn't think it looked sexy, but to him, it obviously did look.
I've got a guy on my
Sexy.
OnlyFans that always wants me to take pictures in like puffer jackets, like big coats. I actually have never done it, but he's like,
You should.
"Please,
That's an easy
please
one to
just,
do."
Like buy a puffer jacket and then just stand in it with no clothes on. Do you?
Yeah.
You should do it. That's an easy one.
That's
I have this
£1,000,
one
easy.
by an OnlyFans. Look at me laughing
What,
already. He likes doing like up the nostrils. And like you have to. Oh, it's so weird.
I would
to do
love
it.
to see the pictures of
So,
these.
He
Yeah.
put what up the nostrils?
Nothing. He likes you're doing like I don't know why I'm doing it. There's not a camera. Just because it's there. He likes you to flare your nostrils out like that,
Right.
and then
So for anyone listening,
I'm flaring my nostrils
they're
out.
flaring the nostrils with their
Like
fingers.
a piggy fetish.
Yes, I think that must be what it is. But
And then
I
you
find
what,
that
just
weird.
talk to them, or you like
No,
whilst
no
doing
talking. Just
flaring?
5 minutes. Just
5 minutes?
yeah, it's really hard to do because I need to bounce off of people.
Yeah.
And like when I'm shooting, I need to
But
bounce.
are you naked or?
Nope, normal clothes.
And what's this
Your
called?
face, you're like, sorry, what?
This is just called like the pig.
I think it was a
what
piggy nose.
gratification you want to get
No,
from
don't.
that.
Piggy nose, and he likes to see every hair as well.
Oh, what? And every nostril.
And I
there?
always say to him, "What about babies?" He's like, "No, leave it." And I'm like,
Oh, what do you mean leave it? You got,
Dig them out!
you got your nose holes were open. There's going to be some in there.
I know. I not hate doing it, but I just feel really unattractive doing it. But he loves it. He's come back several times, so
Wow.
easy money. Yeah.
So it's gone from like because a lot of people do feet, but I've never
Can
had
you
the
ever
nostrils.
imagine a woman like messaging a man and
Yeah.
saying, "Can you flare your nostrils for me?" and stare at the camera for 5
Sorry, your nose holes aren't big enough for me. I'm going elsewhere.
Let me see your bogies.
Let me see.
It's never happened, would it?
You know, you get that whole
Men are just
BBC thing,
wired
don't you?
differently.
Well, how would that work out? You know, like, do you have big nostrils? I don't know, big nostril
Yeah.
flare. BNF.
BNF.
Yeah. There's acronyms for everything, isn't it? We spoke to someone earlier and they were talking about like doing
Double penetration. Have you ever
willies
done that?
in a hole.
I can't fit them in, but I've done.
She wanted like 3 in
I can't do it. I tried so hard to do double vagina and I can't do it, but I have done double anal. So
Oh,
yeah, when I did
Stop.
legal porno, so you know,
there you go.
swings and
there.
roundabouts.
So we were trying to, when we had our break early, we were trying to
This is going-
discuss the logistics.
I've seen it happen. So
Yeah.
No, but even like double anal, where do the bodies go?
you need one. I'm just sitting up a bit.
Yeah.
So you need one. You have to go on top a lot of the time. Although I've done it. So the best way to do it is when one's laying down,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then the other one comes behind you. Although I've done it
Oh, I
because I'm really flexible and I can do like splits, you know,
Yeah.
all sorts.
Can you?
Yeah.
Go on.
What, just on the floor?
Just like this.
Do it. Just like that.
Stop! That didn't even look real.
No,
like
that
a
was
fake
like-
leg.
that looked like a fake- yeah, fake leg.
I want to go.
No, don't. You'll hurt yourself. That's not too bad. I can't.
No, that's it.
I don't know how I would
Those
do it
socks
here,
are really
look.
white.
I might ruin the camera shot. Look, wait.
There you go. For anyone that's listening,
That is
Loula,
like-
Loula, Lou's got her legs open.
He looked like.
Everyone's clapping. For anyone listening, she's spread eagle
She's spread eagled.
It's my favourite position, that
in
one.
glittery trousers.
So is
That's
that how
why
you?
it's so natural.
Is that
So-
how you'd be for double bums?
Yes. So you would have one laying down behind you and then one up here. And then you have, it's really awkward to do. Or you can do, you know, like when they're side in, they have to be really comfortable. So say we're laying next to each other like
Yeah.
that. And then dicks are closed in.
Yeah.
And then one underneath.
Yeah, it's about the guys really. They need to
It
be
sounds like a
comfortable.
And they
logistical
have to be
nightmare to
hard.
me.
They all have to be hard to do it. You know, if
I
you,
feel sorry for the guys. It's
boobs
quite
and that. Sorry about
quite hard, you know, because you want
feel
the
sorry
man to be comfortable, don't you?
that. What about the women?
I don't know what they're thinking. So, and do you actually enjoy? Did you enjoy double up the bum?
No, like
No.
it's like if you do things and get paid, don't you?
Yeah.
Certain
Yeah.
things.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
honest at least.
But the
though.
last girl we had on, she was
She
like, "Oh my god,
liked
I
it.
loved it."
Yeah,
She's
some-
like,
Yeah.
she wanted as much up her ass as she could find.
Yeah, and like I do love anal, admittedly, but like my ass doesn't stretch that much.
No.
Yeah.
And actually, my ass probably stretches more than my vagina anyway.
Yeah, and then also you want to be able to ride a bike afterwards, just like
Without
if you-
swallowing the seat.
So like leaving the scene. Like, see you later. Thanks for fucking my ass.
You don't want to be like, you could tell with like some cyclists, you're like, oh God, maybe. You want to, because not everyone.
Never visualised
Do you
that.
do that?
when I-
You literally see a cyclist going and you're
But
like,
he's had anal.
Well, I feel because you got to think about like travel home, and if you're doing it in the city and you want to go on a bus, and
She probably gets an Uber. She's just earned 1,200 quid in the night.
I know, but even then, if any kind
Cycling home.
of any kind
do you
of
know what? I
bum
do
fun-
have a funny story though. I did legal porno, and when over there it's like a chain, you know, like as in they've got so many guys. So it's weird. The guys like inject their dick to get hard and stuff, but they don't. I'm going to ruin it for everybody, but they don't do real cum shots.
Oh.
So they do this like substance thing, and they put it up up your ass,
in a syringe.
Yeah.
The way
It's
you're
really
doing that,
weird.
like,
they?
for anyone listening, Scott doing a syringe gesture.
And do they do that or do you do it yourself?
They do it. They're like, stay there and you do it. Anyway, so then had to fly back from Prague. I literally did my shoot. They were like, right, you've got to go. And I'm
Like
like,
dribbling on the seat.
even worse. So I had like a peach outfit on, lovely peach thing, whatever. Anyway, so because what happens is your ass has like, it's almost like pockets, like where it gets stuck in little places and whatever. Anyway,
Poo
so
pockets.
I got up. Yeah, food. Yeah.
Look, a hamster's cheek, but up your ass.
Hold on to it. But so I ended up getting up to go to the toilet and it fell out, like a bit had fallen. Yeah, so cum juice. Well, fake cum juice.
All of your
Luckily,
peach.
I had to take my job. I was like, oh no.
So wait, you were walking past people on the plane and
Yeah, I had
people
to.
could
Your
be
bum hole
like,
was leaking.
Yeah.
in a peach outfit. Did anyone look around and be like,
I didn't want to look. I just took my jumper off, put it around my waist. And that was that done.
and bum juice is probably still on that plane now? A fake bum juice.
Fake cum
I bet there's
juice.
loads of bum juice on the plane, to be honest. Have you ever
I
had sex
reckon
on a
so.
plane?
I haven't actually.
No, I haven't. Have you?
No.
It's not one of them things that I think about because I don't like. It sounds stupid, but I don't know about you. But when I go to flush an airplane toilet, I'm like,
Terrified.
Oh yeah, it sucks. Have you ever done it whilst you're still on it?
No.
why would you?
Me
want to
neither.
do
I was just checking.
Balls down it.
Yeah.
Airplane toilets. I can't, again, logistically figure out how.
I don't like it. I just get so like.
Yeah, because also it's quite
And there's
loud.
always a queue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But also, they glamorise it on movies and stuff. But actually, when you're in there, it's quite tight, and I don't think it'd be that
Yeah.
romantic
What's
anyway.
quite tight?
Hopefully the lady, but also the cubicle, right? And you have the sort of you have to kind of like squish part, and the noise.
Yeah.
It really hurts my ears. You could get
Yeah.
tinnitus like from a flush.
Yeah. It just worries me. Do you ever do that thing and you press it and run?
She's just dead by the mic.
I'm like tinnitus.
We
what's
do
that?
have a
The
lot.
But it
thing.
is so loud. It is. I swear some planes should, be like, can you turn that down or something?
Yeah, terrifying the flushes. Right, we've gone off.
Let's do some-
On a
We've got some
diversion.
questions for you from
Oh.
some listeners, viewers, Instagrammers.
Yeah.
One of them's from Bella Reynolds.
Yeah.
Saying, "Go on, girl, with a love heart."
Oh, she's one of my girls.
Is she?
Yeah, she is.
What's the nastiest thing you've ever seen happen at a sex party? And don't spare the dirty details. And that's from Junebug. But also, Phil Lawrence 483 did say, I utterly adore Loula. She's gorgeous. And there's 3 hearts if you know
thank you.
Phil Lawrence. But what Junebug wants to know, what's the nastiest thing you've seen happen? Don't spare the dirty details.
So I did a sex party. It was being filmed once, right? And everyone, if you're in the industry, then I've told this story, and I'm not going to say proper names because it's not fair. But there was this one girl. It was an anal party. There was this one girl who was being filmed. She was stood over the top of a client. And she was like, I'm going to squirt. Anyway, she shit herself on him.
But did the squirting happen as well? So it
I
was a
don't
little
know.
bit.
I wasn't looking like, oh, is that shit?
Surely he asked for a refund.
No,
I
because
don't know. It wasn't my party. It was hilarious. But do you know what? It's because she went to sit down because she was embarrassed, but she kind of like pushed her bum that way. So it not only shit on him downwards, it sprayed up him as well.
Oh, God.
You see, they're laughing in the
Thing is,
background too.
some guys would absolutely love that. Yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah,
that's
I'd say that's the
unfortunate.
nastiest one.
Yeah,
that-
that's upsetting.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to like wee on someone or wee in a goblet and then drink it or
Yeah, I've done. I
just
do.
straight out? Yeah.
That feels like now we've spoken to a few girls. That feels like that's just.
It's just is what it is.
Here we go. Right, for those listening and this is your first time you've heard us, we're doing the lifestyle game with £15 budget. You cannot go over, you can go under. There is columns, working hours, living space, clothes, transport and relationship. Listen, you can only have £15. Loula,
Yep.
start us off. Working hours, what are we doing?
I think I would want to do, I'd want to work. I wouldn't less hours, but I wouldn't want to work the 40 to 50 hours. So I reckon I'd go in at 25 to 30 hours.
Oh, you're a bit of a walkie.
She's a work ethic.
I'd get bored.
Gal.
You know what? I don't sleep huge amounts. I never have done. So for me, I'd get bored if I wasn't focused on something.
Yeah, okay. That's £3. So where you go living space?
I would probably go for a 4-bed detached. Or the country. Or they, do you know, if you'd put farm on there, I'd be like, I'm down.
That could be
I want
country
the farm.
estate.
Well, country estate could be fun.
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
Okay, she's gone for a farm.
I think I'd want a farm.
Okay, well, let's just say country estate / farm. Is that what you go for, 5?
Yes.
Okay. Why? Is that because of the sex parties? Like, look after your girls? Like,
No, I was
Goats.
thinking about it more.
Goats.
It sounds stupid, but I'd want to open, like, you know, like I could have loads of cats and rescue cats and things like that.
I did not
That's why-
expect that.
Yeah, that I was more thinking of that
crazy
than I
cat
was
lady.
looking after the girls. But if it's like a estate, you could have like 2 houses, you know, like really
Sex house.
a sex house and a cat rescue.
Nice.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So she's spent £8 thus far.
Yeah, £8.
What about your clothes?
Quick maths.
Do you know what? I love a charity shop. I wouldn't care.
Oh.
I wouldn't care. I love a charity shop because I always feel like as well, you're giving back. You know, like you're giving. Not only are you recycling, so you're obviously I'm a little bit like that.
Sustainability
Thrifty.
and stuff. Do you
Yeah.
drive an electric car as well?
No.
So you're not that sustainable. Okay, cool.
no.
So let's go. Now we know, right?
What transport? What's your bike?
Hang on.
So all of
Yeah,
the things?
because
Oh, I think I quite like chauffeur driven actually.
Oh,
hang
she's
on.
gone
We got
spinny
we
here.
got
I
5.
know.
Second, what we at? She's got £2 left, so you play in the field, unfortunately.
I know.
How do you feel about that?
Or loner. You can go under.
You could be a loner and buy a 1-bed apartment and a
No,
side
I'd be
hustle.
bored. So
Or
I'd
you could
play in the
change
field.
chauffeur driven if you want. Why do you want chauffeur driven? Do you not like to drive yourself?
I could get things done because
It's
obviously
her
if I'm
life.
working
No,
more,
I'm just wondering.
if I'm working more, I could also work while I'm being chauffeur driven. See that?
So there we go.
I like that. That's good.
It's cool, isn't it?
I like
It's
a
really,
little
I
game
like
like
it a
that.
lot.
Right, well, it's been great having you on.
Thanks for having me. It's been really good fun.
Thanks very much, Loula. Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
You're through to option 1. Option 1 podcast.